Now this may sound a little bit dramatic, but this robot just changed my life. So if you're like me, the simple thought of doing a little bit of housework is enough to make you turn prime Michael Scott.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So that's why, as simple and, let's be honest, mundane as what this machine actually does is, the Philips HomeRun Vacuum and Mop 7000 series has made a massive impact in my day-to-day life, because not only is it a huge time saver, but it's got some crazy features as well. And let me tell you, Barney wasn't quite as convinced. Now, in all transparency, this video is sponsored, but I have received tons of similar product device sponsored offers before, and I've never accepted a single one. So why this one? And what sets this apart from a lot of other similar products? Well, number one, it's from a brand that I know, as opposed to from a lot of startup companies that pump out tons of devices like this. Number two, this thing is absolutely packed to the rafters with a ridiculous amount of smarts and features, some of which that actually really shocked me. And number three, apart from a couple of things, which we'll touch on, it just seems to do everything really efficiently. So inside the box, you get the paperwork, manual, vacuum robot, washable mop, dust bag, and auto empty station. Yes, that's right, after a clean, this thing, when full, takes itself back to the station and empties itself into the dust bag inside without you having to do anything. When this happens, the suction sound is louder than the standard clean, but no more so than a standard vacuum you probably already own. And at the station, it also self-charges too. There really isn't hardly anything that you have to manually do once you've got everything set up. This setup can be done quickly and easily by plugging the station in on the floor where the ground is flat and free from obstructions. Then you place the dust bag inside the lid and rest the robot on the bottom pad, after which you can download the HomeRun robot app and connect the robot to your phone, at which point it may suggest that you update the firmware. Now, I must admit, in all transparency, I did have a little bit of problems with the firmware update. I kept initiating the update and it kept failing, although it's possibly because I needed to fully charge it first, because once I had done, it updated straight away, no problems. I was too busy excited to get it off and cleaning without actually fully charging it.
What is it, Barney? What is it?
I mean, I didn't even fill the water tank first before setting it off into the world. This water tank allows for the mop feature to fully function, and the robot looks like it kind of sweeps first and then mops from the back as it goes, and especially on wooden floors, it comes up looking super sparkly. The tank is easily removed and filled and returned, and the robot gives you audible feedback on everything that is happening, so you know if you're doing things correctly, and it will tell you if there's a problem.
Water tank installed. It should be dry on the outside. Dust bin removed. Dust bin installed.
You can adjust the volume of the commands and suggestions within the app, and also in there you can select a regular or custom clean, because yes, you can set it to just clean a specific area or room. Because get this, it has the ability to map your individual rooms and home or office space as a whole, all by itself. As it cleans, it uses 360-degree laser navigation, or LiDAR technology as you may know it, to fully scan and then remember its environment. So the next time it cleans, it knows exactly where it's been and subsequently knows exactly where it needs to go in order to clean far more efficiently than a lot of other robot cleaners that I've seen that kind of blindly go about their business, bumping into things, turning direction, bumping, turning, and kind of just going around in circles, often cleaning sometimes the same space more than they need to, and often missing areas too. But this does remind me of another slight issue that I noticed when I first set up the HomeRun in the beginning. I kept getting the audible error that the front bumper was blocked, and I had no idea what was blocking it, or to put it bluntly, what the front bumper even was. I guessed it was the piece at the front, but it's a circle, so easier said than done sometimes. But after a slight frustrating hour or so, and my wife telling me I can't even clean properly even when I've got a robot to help me, I noticed that one side of the now located front bumper looked jammed in, possibly straight out of the box, or maybe I'd knocked it during the unboxing. Either way, I gave it a little dig and it popped out, freed up, and I've had no issues since, and I've been using it now for a good few weeks. Now, of course, if you're cleaning once a week or every few days, for example, it's not going to work as successfully as a top-tier manual vacuum. By its very nature. With one of those, you can see where the dirt and dust is from the other side of the room, you know where you're going, you get it done. This will miss bits here and there as it goes through its daily tasks, but it's not really designed to compete. It's almost there more to be used daily to kind of keep on top of the dust and dirt, so that you don't have to have a massive spring clean every time you've got friends coming over, for example. Once it's been used a few times and your space is nice and clean, then you can kind of keep on top of things. If you don't fill the water tank or the tank runs out mid-clean, the mop function automatically stops, which is cool, and you can set no mop zones too. On top of that, it can raise itself pretty significantly if it needs to lift itself onto rugs or doormats, for example, and it has a kind of anti-cliff technology where it can tell whether it's coming up to a drop, steps, for example, and it'll just turn around. You won't fall down the steps because nobody wants a dead robot at the bottom of the flight. Don't know where I'm going with that sentence. Its ability to sense where everything is really impressive. It will occasionally bump into things, but never hard, and 90% of the time it will generally speed up to an obstacle, then sense it's there and change direction before impact, even in dark environments like under sofas. And as geeky as that sounds, it's fascinating to watch. And that under the sofa clean is particularly impressive because, let's be honest, moving a sofa out and vacuuming and then moving the sofa back is a real pain. You can set higher suction power within the app if you have a carpet or a rug, for example, and customize robot settings, and set a cleaning schedule if you don't want to manually set it up to go every time you want it to clean. And on top of that, one really helpful feature is the maintenance status section, where it shows you the health of all of your parts. And they're all very easy to clean, easy to replace. It's just knowing when to do it that is often half the problem. It tells you here. And also in the app, you can control the vacuum manually using the remote control. Don't get me wrong, this is a robot for cleaning. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm excited as a kid in a candy store or sweet shop if you're in the UK. But as far as cleaning robots go, the HomeRun is a super option. All the information will be left in the video description below. Go through and check it out if you so wish. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments as well, and I will try my best to answer them. Follow me on my other social medias, Instagram, TikTok, and X, if you want more short form content and news. My name's Adam. You've been the best as always. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Stay cool. Peace out.